The Pittsburgh Steelers, they flipped the secondary. Ramsey is in. Minkah Fitzpatrick is out.
Yep.
So let's talk about Minkah first. Did the Steelers make the right call at the right time in Minkah's career?
Absolutely. Absolutely, they did. That's 150% facts. Minkah, for the last 2 years, has, well, we've already discussed, not been put in a position, but you still got to make plays. And I looked this up today, too. Minkah done missed damn near as many games as Jalen Ramsey has missed. They both have missed games like that. So I think the Steelers are 6-1 when Minkah Fitzpatrick doesn't play. I think that the Miami Dolphins was 5-2 when Jalen Ramsey didn't play. So the impact of the team winning the game based on Jalen or Minkah being there is equal. But the deal is the versatility out of Jalen Ramsey, because he can play a corner, he can play a safety, he can play a slot corner, is a lot more than Minkah was willing to do for the Steelers. So from a schematic standpoint, they did the right thing. Now, the haters is going to hate it because right now you got damn Minkah Fitzpatrick jersey hanging up in the closet. You got George Pickens jersey hanging up in the closet. You got baby hands Kenny Pickett jersey hanging up in the closet. You got Najee Harris jersey hanging up in the closet. And you're pissed off because you spent all your money. And what are the Steelers doing? What are they doing what we need to do to get a victory and get some dubs. So, yeah, it was the right move. And I don't care who don't like it, including the Yenzies. It was the right move at the right time for the Steelers, B. It
was the right move at the right time. Alonzo Dunn with the super chat says Kevin Colbert had us feeling like we were carrying around 200 pounds. Old way was exhausting. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It's new football time, people. It's a new football time. So, Tanya Jackson loves what you had to say there, Big G. Says big facts. Absolutely. Here's the thing. I agree. It was the right call at the right time. If your scheme is now saying that this guy that we paid $18 million, if what you're trying to do on defense doesn't fit him anymore, well, it's time to get rid of it. It's just that simple. Now, we can say that that's the wrong scheme, the wrong schematics. I'm not going to disagree with you there because I think Minkah can still play. I think if you had him doing more things, he could still do it. But I don't get the paycheck to decide who and what we do.
Right.
And those people get to decide that. And since that's the decision that they have made, then obviously you have to do something different and move on. Not to mention, again, you can't name me the good football team that's paying a safety over $18 million.
Nope.
You're just not going to be able to do that, man.
Yep.
Out there, I know people will say, well, what about Antoine Winfield? Well, are we considering the Bucs a real good football team? I don't think we are. There's not a whole lot of safeties out there that are making that kind of money. But even if they are, they're having an impact on their football team, like Derwin James. We just didn't do that. Alonzo Dunn again said, what about JPJ and Slay with Ramsey in the slot? Absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Hey, B, I already done told you, but you was like, G, pump your brakes, bro. I said, man, top 5 cornerback room in the league. Top 5 in the league, bro. In the league.
I just need to get to training camp. Let me get to training camp. So let me get to training camp. Yes, Capricorn Steel, I have been saying that since day one, since we started this thing back in April of 2024 about Minkah Fitzpatrick. I love him. I think he's a great player. But if you're not going to ask him to do a whole lot, you can't pay that guy $18 million. You just can't. You can't do it. The good teams don't do that. Look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl, got rid of their safeties, got rid of Tyreek Hill. They got rid of Tyreek Hill, then won 2 Super Bowls after that. They let Justin Reed walk because Justin Reed is a good football player, still has things left. The Chiefs said, we got to spend this money we can find a safety. We can find a guy to do that. And again, I want to preach this to all of you guys. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't have to have the best player at every single position.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying. They don't have to have the best football player at every position. And I'm going to tell you right now, I would rather have good corners than having the best safety in the league, Period. End of
Facts.
story.
Facts.
Period.
Hell,
End of story.
hell, we
So
gonna win like that. That's
the
how. Listen, the
fact.
Eagles just won like that. The Eagle. Who was playing safety for the Eagles last year? Blankenship.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other dude name? He got 3 names. I don't even play for him no more. Right?
Johnson Gardner, I think is his name.
Get
Yeah.
him out of here. Right?
They
Got
did. And they did.
quickly. But you see, they had them young dogs.
Yes.
They had Cooper DeJean. They had Quinyon Mitchell. They
Correct.
had them dogs. They had the old man Slay running with them like, hey, well, this is what we need to do. So corner play is how you win in the NFL. Most
Right.
teams play 11. So we
Right.
got to match up with 11, and we can match up.
Correct. Leonard Dodd says, if the defense balls out, we're going to be like Minkah who. And you're exactly right. You're exactly right. It's sad because we all like Minkah, and Minkah was a great player, but it's just facts. A good defense doesn't require you to have the best free safety in the league. It just doesn't require that. You got to have good safeties. I'm not saying your safeties can just be trash. I'm not telling you that. But it doesn't have to be the best safety, and they damn sure don't have to make $18 million.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That's big facts.
David Rogers, we appreciate you, David. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. Yep. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. My man Mason with the super chat said, based on scheme, Minkah had to get packed up. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's just those are just some facts, man. Those are just some facts. Staying healthy will make or break the Steelers. I think you could say that about everybody, Mr. Littlejohn. We appreciate the super chat, man. Yeah, it's staying healthy. That's everybody. That's everybody. Yeah. You can't just have a team and get injured and expect to go win. I mean, the NFL doesn't have that many players. Not like college, where college can have 3 and 4 deep. And usually the 2 and 3, the 2 deep is always pretty good at the big time colleges. Professional football, it doesn't work that way. You only got so many spots.
But look at our depth. I mean, yes, we got to stay healthy, but a corner, Slay, Ramsey, JPJ, Beanie, Eccles. Come on, dog. We ain't no scrubs out there, bro. Not like that. Corey Trice, we ain't no scrubs. That's decent depth. That's matter of fact, hell, that's the best depth Steelers done had a corner in probably the last 25 years.
Correct.
At corner, man, we didn't have some trash out there, bro. We didn't have some trash. We didn't have some trash in that corner, man. And then we got about 6-7 dogs out there, man. So we all right.
Yeah. Jordan says, y'all going to keep the same energy for TJ Watt getting traded. Well, number one, he's not going to get traded. But if he does, do you think that I'm not going to root for the Steelers anymore?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean by keep the same energy? Like, oh, the Steelers, I got to change teams? No, I'm going to still be a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. We're still going to have a Steelers Almighty channel here. We're still going to be excited about trying to win. It'll be harder, but yes. So I guess to answer your question, yeah, we will.
Yeah,
we will.
And TJ ain't getting. Can I just say this, man?
You can say whatever you want, bro.
Can I clear the air?
Yes,
please do. The issue with TJ Watt is that the Steelers are stuck between a rock and a hard place concerning this contract. The bottom line is TJ Watt wants to be the highest paid player in the NFL.
Correct.
The Steelers don't mind doing that, but they understand and know to make that happen, they got to give him a 5-year deal. They're not going to do that on a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal. They got to do that on a 5-year deal with some void years. And in their head, they're like, now we're going to get stuck with a 36 or 37-year-old playing on our team, and we're still paying him. Now, traditionally, the Steelers have taken care of the guys that they've been loyal to them. Hell, we got one guy on the team right now, Cam Hayward, right? So I think there's going to come to some type of medium. The issue is going to, doomsday is, for me, somewhere around that August 10th to August 15th. Somewhere around August 10th to August 15th, we maybe doomsday, but they're going to work it out, bro. They're going to work. Because TJ loves football and he loves Pittsburgh too much. He's going to come to his senses, man. He knows what time it is.
Yeah, I agree with that, too. I agree with that. I don't think he's going to get traded, but if he does, what am I supposed to do about it? What am I going to go? Beat up Omar Khan? No. We're still going to root for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It'll just be a much difficult task, depending on what happens, what we would get. but it would just be a much more difficult task. But I don't think TJ wants to leave. He just
No.
wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. The
Mhm.
Steelers are like, well, we're willing to do that, but we have to do it over 5 years. After 3, we got
Yeah.
void years, and
Yeah.
maybe TJ doesn't want to do that. Sooner or later, he's going to have to do that because, quite frankly, the Steelers have the leverage because they
Fact.
can let him play out the last year of his contract if they want.
Mhm.
Okay, and then they could always franchise him. Now they don't
Mhm.
usually do that, but they could do it if the
Mhm.
Steelers want to play hardball. We just talked about a new regime getting rid of guys a year early, G, versus a
Mhm.
year late. The Steelers could turn this whole thing around and say we're playing hardball, and if
Mhm.
they do, I mean, I'm not. I won't necessarily dislike it or like it. It's just, hey, this is what the Steelers are doing now. I'll have to get used to it just like everybody else will.
Yep.
I'll have to get used to it.
Yep.
So
Yep. New
it's just
regime.
the way of the world right now.
Yeah. New sheriff in town. Time to
New
do it.
sheriff in town. Brenda Webb became a member. Thank you, Brenda. We appreciate you. And thank you for supporting the channel. I know you always show up. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you
Mhm.
very much. We absolutely appreciate that. So
Mhm.
my man Robert said TJ's not getting traded. Yeah, I don't think TJ's getting traded either, man.
Hell no, he ain't getting traded.
Um,
Stop that. Whoever
I
starts
don't
that
think he
nonsense,
is either.
stop that.
But here's the thing: if he does, we'll all be shocked. We'll
Yeah.
all be frustrated, and
Yep.
then we'll play the season.
Yeah.
And it's just that simple, people. We'll all be shocked. We'll all be frustrated, and then it's time to play.
Mhm.
So it's at some point it's about the Pittsburgh Steelers and not individual players because on a lot of good franchises, players come and go. It's a
Yeah.
franchise. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
The
It is that.
Philadelphia Eagles won a Super Bowl, flipped the whole freaking roster, and went to 2 Super Bowls and won one within a 7-year period.
Correct.
I mean, what are you talking about? They won a chip, cleaned the roster out, come back and went to 2 chips in 3 years, 2 chips in 4 years, and won a Super Bowl. Come on, man.
Yep.
It's modern football, man. It's modern football,
It's a
man.
good point here by Leonard, too. He says Omar Khan's a numbers guy. I trust him to get the deal done. He is a
Yeah.
numbers guy.
Yeah.
He's the cap guy. Waddle's the
Mhm.
personnel guy. He's the cap guy. So,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Hey, Howard, how's it doing, man? We appreciate you being in here today. Alonzo with Super Chat says, I was a fan before TJ was born. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of people in here that were fans of the Pittsburgh Steelers before TJ Watt was born. There's a lot of us. So,
Yeah.
and I feel like we're going to be fans after that. But again, I don't want to confuse anything. I want TJ Watt on this team, and I think he's going to
Yeah.
be on this team. I'm just saying somebody asked a question. I just wanted to answer it. So,
Yeah.
Arch Baby Doll says, B&G, what do you think our chances are this year? I like the chances.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
Steelers chance. Now, again, we got to
Yeah.
go prove it. But again, Colin Cowherd today said, and the guy basically checked him because he said, how's the Steelers roster? Isn't it worse than last year? He was just saying it was worse. I'm like, is everything about clicks? Do you just say screw credibility? There is no way that you can look at the Pittsburgh Steelers roster this year versus last year and not say that it's better. It's impossible if you are a sane human being to just look at it on paper and say, oh, yeah, this roster isn't as good as last year. Now, does it have to play better? Yes. So all that still counts. But to just look at it and say, okay, well, what do we have? Well, on offense, we upgraded here, here, here. On defense, we upgraded here, here, here. That equals better. Last time I checked, I may be wrong, G.
Man, Colin Coward can kick rocks, man. I've been trying to get at him all day. I heard that diabolical mess he said earlier. And he, in the same breath, they're not like the Chiefs. They're not like the Rams. What the hell has the Rams done? The Rams bought a franchise and ain't done nothing since then. They ain't did nothing.
No.
So, I mean, what are they trying to talk about? He's always West Coast centric, trying to put the Rams in the same breath as the Kansas City Chiefs. Colin Coward, you can go kick rocks, bro. You just having hot takes and bait clicks and whatever else, and you one of them diabolical haters too. And when we start winning, I don't want to hear your mouth on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm
Mm-mm.
telling you, I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna
Correct.
check. I'm gonna jump in the live and check you and be like, Colin Coward, you need to stop it. You need to stop it.
My man Howard heard you last night, G. Said a good wide receiver, too, and a good free safety, and we're the Avengers.
But not the free safety now. When maybe just the WR too. Maybe I don't know. I don't know yet about that safety, but Avengers Assemble. It's Avengers Assemble is on the way. Avengers Assembles is on the way, man. I'm telling you, because Khan ain't done. I've already done told you Khan ain't
Yeah, I
done.
don't think he is either.
Mm-mm.
I don't think he is either. So Felicia's got a good point. Cowherd, Wright, PFF all hate on the Steelers. But the
Yeah.
reason that they hate on us because they know the Steelers are so relevant because we have fans all over the world. So it
Mm.
gets them good clicks and good ratings to just bash on the Steelers. They'll change their tune. When the Steelers are sitting wherever they're sitting, they'll change the tune and be like, oh, okay. So, but it is what it is. It is
Mm.
what it is.